Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Hello, welcome to your Wednesday KVJ After the Show Podcast. Yeah, getting through it to the weekend. It's going to be a fun little ride and could be a nice weekend. Enjoy the cooler weather. It's going to hit us tomorrow and apparently stick around at least through Friday, maybe into the weekend a little bit. It'll be back to normal and hot again in the middle of next week. But
back me up. Did I not call it?
He did. He came in here at 5:30 this morning talking about it's going to rain. My ankle's better than Weagle.
I did say that my ankle is more accurate than Steve Weagle. Look, I know that one prediction I was wrong, but my prediction rate is high.
yeah, I wanted to have a contest, Weegs versus ankle.
Yeah.
Weagle versus ankle.
Weagle versus ankle.
Weagle versus ankle, and we could have like the daily forecast from Steve Weagle that is on Channel 5, and then we'd have just a photo of your ankle and the forecast that it gives every day, and then we could do a 5-day rolling average on the score.
My money's on your ankle.
I'm writing that down, and I'm going to resubmit that to you, Kevin, just in case we forget to do this. But I'd also love to hear Denny's call Weagle up and pitch that idea to him. So we were thinking about doing this idea, Weagle versus ankle, and just hear how
Get his response. Yeah.
I can get you on his front doorstep to pitch it.
I know you can't, but we got to go legit. We got to play this one legit because I really want this fight.
I'm all about that bum rush.
I mean, if anyone knows Steve Weagle, get this message to him. Jay Bird's ankle wants a piece of him. Say it just like that and see what he says.
Jay Bird's ankle wants a piece of you. He's going to be like, what?
What?
They were stupid before, but what?
I don't think he's going to take the challenge. Weegs.
I don't think he has a choice.
He has to take the challenge.
We're going to create this and promote it and do it. I mean, him signing off on it is irrelevant.
You're right.
A lot of the TV anchors don't really get what we're doing or kind of understand us. I remember Kurt Fonger. He used to be on CBS 12 way back in the day. And I remember, what was the idea I had? I think it was the Kurt Fong. It was a Kurt Fonger thong called the Fong Thong.
Fong, thong, thong, thong.
Fong Thong, Fong Thong, Fong Thong. Yeah, that was, and it had its own theme song. And
well, I went and bought, we designed the logo.
yeah, it was a thong with his face on it.
Well, we designed the logo.
The Fong Thong.
I got put it on iron-on paper, and then we went out and bought thongs, and we ironed on his face to all these thongs, and then we started giving them out. I went to go bring one to his house.
I did.
I think you brought one to his house.
I did. I think I got someone there that was. I don't think they'd open the door. I think they were kind of over our fun and games. But then I heard through the grapevine they were cool with them. I don't know.
I think they kind of said that, but it was just like, oh, man.
I think for the record, they're like, no, we think it's funny, but if he comes to our house, we're not opening the door.
Do you have a list of people that would play and wouldn't play? I remember John Maxwell. Wait, is that his name? What's his name?
John Matthews.
John Matthews.
He was awesome.
John Matthews would play.
Yep.
He was down with our act.
Rick Blackwell would play.
Rick Blackwell would play. I remember we dumped a whole thing of Gatorade on him.
Suzanne Boyd was
Suzanne
awesome.
Boyd
We
always
did a
would
prank
play.
on her.
Yeah,
she was
always
cool.
Would play.
Steve Weagle is a weather anchor. I am a weather ankle.
It's so poetic.
It really is.
I think it's, yeah.
I mean, you can't stop this. You can't stop this at this point.
I'm 1 for 1. I predicted today's weather pretty accurately.
Yeah, in fact, it sounds like the rain is moving north. Somebody said it just rained here in Stewart. We had it earlier, so I think it rolled over West Palm, headed north. And your ankle had said it was going to rain.
Today.
Yeah.
I came in pretty...
He came in hard.
Guns a-blazing.
Because I checked the weather app, and I was like, well, technically, I don't think he's right because because it wasn't supposed to rain till like 3 a.m. like tonight.
I swear on everything holy, too. I did not look at the weather. I didn't know what was going on.
Even the weather didn't have it right. Your ankle beat my weather app on my phone. It was raining
impressive, yeah.
here, and my phone did not indicate that we were going to have rain until 2 a.m.
Anchor versus ankle. Who wins? Shit, this is a good one.
Anybody know what Steve Weagle had said about the forecast today with the rain and when it was going to hit?
Great question.
Because it could be ankle 1, Weagle 0.
You're right. If I beat him today, I want the win for today.
Yeah.
What if, in a bizarre twist, he puts his ankle up?
There's no
way.
way.
And then it's ankle versus ankle.
There's no way he'd do that unless I'm up 4 days to nothing. Then he's like, shit, maybe I got to get my ankle involved too.
He could have an injury we don't know about.
How annoying is that, though, if I predicted all 5 days in a row with my ankle and he went 0 for 5? That's got to hurt.
That's tough, because then I think if that's the case, the bet needs to be that your ankle gets to do the weather one night.
I've been wanting to get on that thing for a minute.
We'll do it on green screen, and you'll have a completely green outfit except for your ankle.
Yeah.
And it'll just be a floating green,
Just your ankle.
a floating ankle on a green screen.
Fuck, this is a great idea.
I mean,
well, honestly,
it's sweeps week, right? Do they want to win or not?
The pressure really is on Steve Weagle. It is not me. He went to school for this. I am just some small town kid from Lake Park with a fucked up ankle.
We don't expect much out of your ankle.
Yeah, I shouldn't win this thing.
But you already are winning this thing.
Sounds like ankles up 1-0 Weeks.
Well, we got to check. To be fair, we got to see what he said.
You're right.
Yeah.
He might have called it as well.
Ankle's real lippy.
We'll do the research nobody else cares about.
Yeah.
The weather of the past.
That's what it is.
How do you go back and look?
We got people on it. They're into this. They're looking at the Weagle facts. They will report back in the chat room.
Check and see what he reported yesterday.
We've got some Weagle investigators.
Good.
Probably another good conversation to have if we get some delicious weather this weekend, and as it starts to warm up. It's almost like I feel like I'm either going back to school or I've got a prison sentence that is like just waiting, and I'm counting down the weekends now. You keep in mind, we really probably have just maybe this weekend. This might be it until you're going to have to go through hot weekends. I mean, you can go outside and it's not like it's the end of the world, but when you're sitting there eating, remember what it's like when you're sitting there and you're sweating all over the place. And
flies are all around you.
It's just, and there's just something, and you're kind of like trying to hurry up because you see a thunderstorm is coming, and that's
my ankle told me.
Yeah. And that's just kind of what life is like. So this might be one of those last weekends to drink it in. So maybe we need to talk about this on Friday. If you had to say what is the best place in South Florida for brunch, and I was just kind of scanning through a list from Thrill List that they put together, mainly focused, in fact, it's all focused on Miami, but they've got some places that you might already know. Nikki Beach, they have on South Beach, is one of the best spots for getting a brunch. Pubelli. Have you gone to Pubelli Sushi, Virginia?
I have not. I haven't done a lot of activity in Miami because I've been pretty much locked up with the COVID.
Okay. They got several locations. I have not gone there.
I've been to Miami once in the past year and a half.
Oh,
and
wow.
I went to Smith and Walensky and sat outside.
Okay.
But that's all I've done.
The Rusty Pelican, they put as one of the best brunch spots as well.
That sounds like a sex move.
The Rusty Pelican.
The
Rusty Trombone is.
Can you bend me over and give me some of that Rusty Pelican?
Yes.
Yes, you agree?
Grab your ankles. Grab your fucked up ankles.
Something tells me you do have to grab your ankles with a Rusty Pelican.
Oh, you do.
There's a lot of bending.
And brace yourself.
A lot of bending, a lot of deep.
A lot of lube.
That's right. I know a more local, and I don't know if they have, I don't think they have any Lenore's down south. I think it's pretty much Palm Beach.
I see that everywhere, and they obviously serve pizza, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
They've got a variety of stuff. They have, I think I know of at least 4 locations.
I gotta try their pizza. I see their marketing everywhere. I hear people going there. Lenore's name keeps being brought up around my world.
I've been to the one in West Palm. It's like a kind of like a walk up now, and it's like all outdoor seating right there on Dixie. That's fun.
Is their pizza legit?
I haven't got their pizza.
What the fuck am I asking?
Yeah.
Some non-eating pizza motherfuckers.
My son Cannon loves it. He gets it all the time.
He does? Okay.
Yeah, he does. They used to go to the Dixie location a lot. My daughter loved the brunch that they will have, and it pops off. The one on Clematis and West Palm. They've got a location
in Tequesta by me.
Yeah, in Tequesta by you, and then of course they have the one that is what's it? Alton. In Alton.
Oh, in Alton, yeah, across from that Asian place.
Yeah, it does really well. In fact, the guy, too, Haslenor's, must be doing well. My father-in-law was telling me, I think he knows him, and he runs into him on Palm Beach. He said he's lived there like 30 years. So
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess it pays pretty well to have that restaurant. So there's money somehow.
Other brunch places, I think the Breakers is the best brunch. I mean, you are going to pay out the wazoo, but the Breakers has the best brunch.
I want to take a hot date to the Breakers brunch. What am I looking at? I'm paying for both, obviously.
I think it's going to set you back about $300 and change.
And that's without tips.
It's like a 125, something like
that's
that.
Without tits.
That's without
Well, I don't know.
I meant tips. That's without tips.
I don't know if you can get to second base. I mean, I'm pulling for you.
So you're probably looking at a $400 bill, at least.
It might be tip included. I can't remember.
Drinks, though?
It's bottomless, baby.
Bottomless?
Yeah.
Bottomless whiskey?
Bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys.
I want whiskey.
I think the whiskey's a la carte.
Yeah, I don't know of any brunch place that does like bottomless whiskey. That's something I've never seen.
It feels like a pirate bar, maybe.
Good Lord, bottomless whiskey.
People would be fist fighting each other in the hallway.
That restaurant would lead the league in murder. People would be murdered. You
barf.
double-crossing motherfucker! Someone would kill somebody.
That'd be tough. That'd be tough.
Bottomless whiskey.
Yeah. Dada, CWS Kitchen. Nurse Schmidt had said Dada and Del Rey, CWS, and Lake Worth. So
I went to one of those brunches. We were doing some kind of an event. I stopped in. I might have even stopped in to see Beckett. And it was at, I think, noon on a Sunday. And it looked like Mardi Gras. People were fucking dancing on the bar. There's all this neon shit being flown around. People are drinking neon drinks.
Avocado Grill tears it up like that.
It looked like a massive party at noon on a Sunday.
They do. That's kind of one of the hot things now. They do that at 321 Datura.
Okay.
They have a thick like curtain that is in the window, and so you go and it's pitch black. And so they're doing that in West Palm. Salt does that in Del Rey. I think Salt probably does that in Fort Lauderdale. So it's kind of a hot thing. So they'll if you're out doing brunch, because that's what they'll do. It's smart. So you got people like my daughter's age, is 23. They'll go to brunch. You get mostly hammered there on your bottomless whatever it is you choose, whiskey. And then you go over to the makeshift nightclub that is raging at 2 or 3 p.m. And because that's just it. If you're doing brunch at 11, noon, 1, you're probably not going to make it out at midnight.
Your toast crunch at 3 p.m.
So why not do the nightclub experience at 2 p.m. And to you, it's just 2
p.m. until the buffet shits hit you.
Buffet shit.
The brunch shits like 4 o'clock.
It's real hot.
I ate too much brisket.
Hey, baby, would you like to hook up? I would.
I was eating brunch all morning.
I think my eggs and sausage just kicked in.
I've been drinking. I'm eating. I'm sweating. Yeah, let's go fuck. All right, we're good.
Yeah. Iris said that Salt 7 and Del Rey's only having the DJ come once a month now.
Okay.
The one place I was at, the women that were working there, they all got up and was getting everyone amped up, and you could tell one of the girls did not want to do it. 5 of them were so enthusiastic, and the other one was like, "Oh, get me out of here, please."
I hate my job.
Yes, it was so obvious too.
I want to be partying, and instead I'm waitressing.
She wanted nothing to do with what was going on at that place.
I would also say that new Charlie and Joe's Love Street.
Okay.
That's a great little brunch spot.
I rolled through there. It was a great spot. I haven't had any of the beverages or food there yet.
I have, and they were all delicious. I had the Mai Tai. I had, on the top side, it's a tiki environment. And so it's really cool. It's like all small little plates and craft cocktails with a tiki vibe.
Okay. Jamie had a recommendation for Rebel House in Boca. I've been there. Bloody Marys are very solid.
I've
It's a
heard
good
of
little
that place. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a meeting there, and I can't remember if you guys were involved when we worked for the Miami station.
I think I was
that we
there.
met there. I think you guys were, so you have been to Rebel House.
God, there were so many shitty-ass meetings from Miami.
Yeah, that was one of them.
There was so many of like kind of blur.
Hey, we've called this meeting to tell you how much you suck.
We call
Sit
this
right here so we can yell at you for 20 minutes.
Well, let's call it. Dude, I'm not kidding. We went to a meeting in Miami. It was a meeting about having a meeting. I'm like, I don't think this is good time management, guys.
One place where we had one of the meetings that you hated is actually opening up this weekend under a new name right there on Las Olas. Cuba Libre is
I didn't like
having
it.
their grand opening. Well, you said the shitty meetings. I'm not sure that you liked any of them. I enjoyed it, and the place is gone. I can't remember what it was called. It was maybe Mongo's at the time, and now they're open up as Cuba Libre. This weekend is a grand opening weekend. It's at a hot spot right there on Las Olas. So that'd be something to check out. So yeah, maybe we'll discuss that here in the weekend. Give you kind of a nice solid list of places to go if you want to go out and enjoy maybe your last nice weekend of weather.
Well, Easter brunch is this Sunday, and I'm going to that Voodoo Bayou place in downtown at the Gardens.
When is Easter?
Sunday.
Fuck. Really?
Yeah.
Easter is this Sunday?
Yeah, bitch.
You knew this, Kevin?
I did, yeah. Definitely
Kevin
did.
loves Jesus. Of course he knows when the
get it.
man's rising.
Well, I get it. I understand.
How dare you?
I'm very aware of it, yes.
Yeah,
It was
wow.
Holy Monday this week.
I feel like they're always.
Good
Did you miss
Friday.
Palm Sunday?
Yeah, you missed Palm Sunday.
Damn.
Clearly, I
Bird.
did.
Yeah.
I always get confused with this Easter thing.
You do.
They shifted on us. It's not the same every year.
It's not.
That's a bunch of horse shit.
Well,
Get it together. No, I'm not saying Jesus. I'm saying the people that make
Are
holidays.
you yelling at Jesus?
Never.
Kind of is, yeah.
Damn.
do that.
The balls on this one.
Oh, stop it! Don't.
During Holy Week, you're yelling at Jesus.
I did not yell at Jesus. Take it back, because then I'll be like laying on my bed later going, oh, I didn't mean to yell at Jesus. I feel guilty.
He wouldn't yell at you.
He
I
would
know.
not yell at you.
I know.
He would speak to you in a calm, peaceful tone like Denny's.
Dog, you don't speak for Jesus. It's Kevin.
Oh, I speak more than... you didn't even know it was Easter.
But I trust Jesus stuff from Kevin, not from a witch.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I love Jesus. I'm just witchy to you.
Be gone, witch.
Got an email here from Becky. Said, my husband Doug works at a restaurant called Meat, Eatery, and Tap Room. They recently opened a new location in Boca. They won the Best Burger in Florida award, and they were featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Their wings are amazing.
Ooh.
Okay, if you go in this afternoon or tonight, you will see Doug. Let him know you're from KVJ. I got him hooked on your show during the quarantine when we were home all day together. Last week you did the topic, what did you used to hate that you now love? And he shouted out, KVJ. Oh, very nice.
That's cool.
So there you go. Go in tonight and yell at Doug.
Meat.
Okay, so he was a prick and now he's a good guy because he likes us. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a couple locations. I think they have one in the Treasure Coast. There you can see Meat. I think they also have one in the Keys, or at least, down in that area. So there you go. There's Meat, and look at them wings. That looks amazing. I'll definitely.
does.
You bring up the guy Fiari.
Try
Yeah.
again.
You bring up Diners, Dashes, and Fuck Sticks, whatever that show is.
Fuck stick.
You bring that up. He's got a restaurant right down the street from me that I haven't tried, and I'm wondering if anyone in the chat room or in the text has tried the Guy Fieri's burger place.
What is the name of
It's
it?
right off PJ. We looked into it.
Where is it?
Right off PJ Boulevard. Remember me and you had a whole conversation about it?
East or west?
It's west of I-95 on PJ Boulevard. Guy Fieri. Fieri?
Yeah.
Fieri.
Okay, he's got a restaurant.
Is it in PGA Commons?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just one of the restaurants across the street from Uzo Blue that we used to go to. It's there,
Uzo Blue.
but I hear no one talking about it.
Is it by the place where we went to go have that screening of that movie we made?
No, I just Google it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you're asking me.
All right, I'll Google it.
Yeah, just fucking look it up.
Damn.
Just asking if people have tried it.
Yeah, he's getting a place. I'm not sure somewhere.
Ghost. Oh, it's a ghost kitchen. It's in the mall. That's what it is.
That's right.
It's not a freestanding restaurant. It's a ghost kitchen in the mall.
So that means Guy Fieri, it's going to be all lies? It's not going to be his burgers?
Live Fieri.
Live Fieri? Damn it.
Yeah, he's moving to West Palm. I went into Cello Soy over the weekend and was talking to them. They were telling me because, he had just rolled in there and they were saying what it was like when he filmed that episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives there a couple weeks ago. He said they did a lot of because he has his signature car he always drives up in. He said they were doing most of it in the morning.
Klepto from the Snack Pack went.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Did, yeah.
Yeah, I guess Vanilla Ice was there, and so they featured him on the episode. And
Heard it was packed.
Yeah, he said he doesn't know when it's going to air, but I said, well, let me know when it's going to be on, so I want to have you guys check it out. I went in there, and I get the ceviche. The shrimp ceviche is amazing, and on Saturdays they try out different kinds of ceviche, and this last Saturday they did a lobster ceviche. So
I've never had lobster ceviche.
I hadn't either. Yeah, so if
was it good?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Huh.
The shrimp ceviche they have at Cello Soy is so good. I drank all the juice and I didn't even care. I'm just like sucked it all down. It's amazing. If you've never had ceviche, if you like shrimp and that kind of stuff, nice little limey type flavor, it's amazing.
Layman's terms, ceviche, what is it?
It's a Peruvian fish thing. It's basically a lot of kind of like raw fish. It depends upon what kind you get. I got the shrimp, and they have like little peppers in it, and
raw fish and pepper sounds great.
No, it's not raw because what happens is the citrus in the lime or the lemon or whatever is used to marinate it. It has to sit in that for at least like an hour or two, and that actually cooks it. It's weird. Whatever that chemical process is, it's not raw anymore. So you're not eating raw shrimp, but it's super light and delicate, and the marinade is always so good. I would pour that marinade into a Bloody Mary and drink it with no problem.
Absolutely, you could. Yeah, it's that good, and I've tried it all over the place, and there's many different places I love going, and Cello Soy is probably my favorite.
I had some ceviche at Topside at the Charlie and Joe's, and you could sprinkle your own little crushed up caramel corn on it.
Okay.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, ceviche sounds terrible for me, but you guys seem like you love it, and I'm happy for that. I like when you guys find good snacks.
Thank you.
I got an interesting request here. Said I'd really love it if Jaybird would talk about when he used to get heckled by the garbage men riding his bicycle as a little kid in Lake Park. I think about that story sometimes. I don't know where I just start laughing.
You and me both, my friend.
That's Jared from Faux Pierre. That's the classy way of saying Fort Pierce.
Oh, Faux Pierre.
Yeah, I used to. It was right when I went to private school. I used to go to Lake Park Elementary, and then for 3 months we went to Lake Park Baptist, but it was way too expensive. We had to go back to Lake Park Elementary.
The walk of shame.
But when you went to the private school, you had to dress a little bit nicer. They had a dress code, so I had to wear button-down shirts, long pants, dress shoes, and I guess because I had a shaved head at the time, I looked like Pee Wee Herman, and I had a briefcase that I always carried around.
That's weird.
Yeah, and the garbage men would drive by me and heckle the fuck out of me. Go, yo, what's up, Pee Wee? Yo, you look like Pee Wee Herman. Look at you, you look like Pee Wee Herman. Oh, look, yo, it's Pee Wee walking again. Every day these garbage men would. Oh, and I fucking hated it.
Aww.
I hated it. It was awful. All the other kids are laughing.
Pee Wee.
Fuck those garbage men.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I think one day I was allowed to ride a bike for 1 week, and then my mom said, "Fuck no." I was riding it, and they were making fun of how I was riding the bike. I look real mechanical when I look like a Muppet.
You still do.
Why no, dog? What, you fucking working for the garbage company?
Did we do a bike race one time?
We did.
Yeah,
we did.
It's so funny.
I think my first or second year on the show, and I could not believe how fast you drove.
He looked like Kermit.
Well, I didn't know I was getting myself into, and about maybe 5 minutes into it, I looked behind me and Bird's nowhere to be found.
You're like, I thought that was going to be close.
I'll tell you what, though. Screw the bike stuff. I want the witch again. I want her in ping pong.
Yeah.
I want her in swimming. And what was the other? Oh, mini golf. I want all three, and I want it bad.
Oh, I'll beat you in mini golf and ping pong, no problem. Swimming, I got to get in shape for.
There's 3 sports there, so it kind of works out good. The Virginia Bird Olympics.
The Hillbilly Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an email from Sarah. She said, if you're coming to the Pizzle to check out Pop Stroke, you better let me know. I'm 5 minutes away from there. So
we got a lot of feedback from people from the Pizzle that said if we do go, let them know.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah, we're going.
We just have to schedule it because Panda is going up to Tradition, and he has gigs where he works for them and does like photography and all kinds of videos. And so, like once a month, he will be going.
So, please, if you could, talk to Panda today. Because I'm not kidding you, Pixel people are hitting me up left and right saying, when are you guys going to do that? If you can lock it in, we can maybe start getting something going.
Dude, bruh, April 22nd. That's when I get my second COVID shot, and that's when I'm ready to start licking doorknobs.
April 22nd.
April 22nd. That's my second COVID shot. Let's go.
Well, then.
Body shots and bad decisions. Let's do this.
Diva of the Palm Beaches, you pick the date, and then we will go to that.
Well, April 22nd is a Thursday. I've already looked.
Oh, then that's...
So then the 23rd is a Friday, and that motherfucker is also payday.
Oh, then
so
24th, we're going to the Pizzle.
The 24th, we're going to the Pizzle.
All right, Kev, you want to talk to the Queen about it?
Okay.
The 24th, Pizzle, we're coming to fuck shit up.
Brace yourselves. What did they call it again?
This is an unsanctioned event, so if shit goes wrong, y'all can't sue us.
Yeah, faux Pierre, we're coming for that ass.
Yeah, she also, Heather or Sarah wanted to point out that you ever notice that Denny's looks a lot like Hammer from Three Ninjas. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but she provided kind of a side-by-side, a couple photos if you're watching KVJ TV right now.
They could be related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denny's got great hair, man.
Denny's does have great hair. Yeah. That guy, when he scowls, looks more Asian than Denny's, but...
I just love Denny's hair.
He's a beautiful man.
Got Dan in the Pizzle. He's saying a question for Bert. I know he's a huge Billy Joel fan. I feel like he's got a lot of really underrated songs that never get played on the radio anymore. I was wondering if Jay Bird had to pick 3 underrated Billy Joel songs, what would he say they are? His would be This Is the Time, Zanzibar, and the Down Easter Alexa.
I'll find songs you pick there. Obviously, I'm going to go with Summer Highland Falls, Vienna, Through the Long Night is great. Leave a Tender Moment Alone is amazing. Sleeping with the Television On. I Don't Want to Be Alone. Should I keep going? Or
he wanted 3, but you gave him 10. I think that's great. You over-deliver.
Yeah.
I think that's impressive.
So many, my friend.
Good for you. Let me see. This is a comment about celebrity tips. Said a little insight on that. I've worked in a few high-end hotels on Miami Beach, and I've been involved with many celebrity stays and restaurant club experiences. It's important to know that it's very rare for a real celebrity to handle their own billing. There are multiple people taking care of their affairs, including paying for everything they do. So unless you see the famous person signing their own bill, then it's not them who are tipping or not tipping. So when these people now are blasting celebrities on TikTok for not tipping or for tipping well, most of the time it depends upon the assistant that's taking care of the bill. And unfortunately, some of them act as if they are paying the bill with their own money.
With that said, you got to hire people that's making your name look good. You can't have someone go off script.
That.
Yeah,
I'd be like, we need this is free advertising positively or negatively, and we have to walk away, especially in today's era, making sure that everybody feels good. So there you go. She said, I have many stories that I've witnessed and experienced while interacting with famous people, and this is part of the reason why I hate people. Okay.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I think if you're in the service industry, it's easy for you to eventually hate people because you see people being complete assholes to you.
Can be, yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
you get great people, but so many pricks go out there and eat and order drinks. You're gonna see the worst. My niece used to be a server, and she tells me that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, for rich people too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, some people are cool, some people are jerky. And this is about pay. We were talking earlier, had an interesting email from the person we've heard from the last couple of days. She's got a male coworker that is being paid 21% more than she is. And she found out even from her boss's own mouth, it's because he's got kids and she doesn't. And he, pays his employees on what he thinks is a needed basis. And she's like, well, that doesn't, so what? And she joked back to him. She's like, so what? I got to get pregnant, start having kids, so you make more money? I guess he'd be like, yeah. Yeah,
he messed up. He said the wrong thing, bruh.
Yeah. Well, this email says, I've been working in this place for 20 years and I still get paid $13 an hour. And some young chick just started working here about 2 years ago. She gets paid $16 an hour for doing nothing and whines all the time. I do 5 jobs. She does 2.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, just tough. And by the way, I talked to my boss 2 years ago, and he said he would look into it and never got a follow-up. Yeah, I think for some people, do your job great, make great relationships, but, you need to hold these bosses to the fire. I think a lot of times, unless it's uncomfortable, then they won't want to make that change. And if you become a truly valuable employee, then they can't afford to lose you. Make it so it would really hurt them if they lost you.
Also, if you don't like where you work at, find another job.
Yeah, and that's what you do when they don't give you that raise.
You go get another job. You don't quit your job without having a job. But you shouldn't stay in any situation that's tearing your soul down.
No, it's not good because you're just going to get run down. You're going to hate what you do. You're going to get burned out. You're going to just be disgruntled, and you're going to complain. So always be on the offensive in your career.
The good thing is things are changing for the better, and there's people out there that want to see you do well. There are people that want to see you excel, and just try to line yourself up with those people.
Mm-hmm. And what's tough too is there are some people that, and I think especially with some of the employees that are coming out of school right now, some of them have unrealistic expectations of what they should be paid and what life should be like. And I think part of that is because they see a lot of influencers that seem like they got everything really easily on social media. And they're like, well, I need to be able to afford a Mercedes in year 1.
Well, have you ever worked with somebody, too, that is they're not really living in reality? They think they're a better worker than what they are, and they brag, and they rip on everyone for being lazy, and you're thinking, motherfucker, who are you talking about? And then they claim that it's the establishment keeping them down. In reality, you're just a shitty-ass worker.
Damn.
That does happen, though.
He said it.
That happens. Guy or a girl. I'm not making this a sexist thing. I just, sometimes, too, some people, they don't have a good sense of reality of what a good worker they are.
They've overestimated their worth.
I've seen that happen with guys and girls.
One of the best things you can do is have a very good self-assessment of your skill set and your value. And knowing that, then okay, I'm being paid right or I'm being underpaid. And then you can really kind of work from that, or you can even build on your skill set to say, I'm deficient at that, I can get better at it. But you're right. If you don't really know your worth, then it's going to be tough for you in any career.
Well, I'm thinking about the one person I'm talking about. If they were to call in today with that conversation, they would complain about how they're not getting enough money for whatever reason. But if I heard them talking about, I knew it was the person talking, I go, you are terrible at your job, though. It has nothing to do with anything other than you being shitty. And they would always act like they were so good at their job.
You'll see that person, and what happens is they'll bounce around from job to job, and then as soon as they get into a new job, they'll complain about it.
Right.
And that's usually the person that just has no idea, no self-assessment, and they overvalue who they are and what they bring to the table. And it's going to be tough for them. Because job after job, they're going to be hit with the reality of they're not going to pay you because you suck.
I had 12 jobs. All of my bosses were dicks. Oh, all of them?
Everybody's always out to get me. Management always is trying to undermine me. They're all jealous of me. They all hate me. If everybody at every place you've ever worked always hates you, it's probably you, not them.
It's weird how some people don't get that, though. Everyone's against them, and they think I don't know, it's weird.
Or like my ex-brother-in-law, who got fired from every job he ever had, and then had the balls to sit and argue with me about why he wouldn't take a job at the mall because he was holding out for a management position. Right. I'm like, dude, you need to get your ass in the food court and make money. You have 2 babies. What are you doing?
I remember I played ball with a guy who I lived with, and he was looking for another job. He couldn't quite find the one he wanted. So for 3 months, he didn't work. It's like, nah, it wasn't for me. I'm thinking 3 months of not working, you could have had something coming in.
Who has the luxury of 3 months with no money coming in?
Chain smoked on the couch for 3 months.
Ugh.
It's gross.
Did he live with his parents?
No, he lived with me and a couple other ball players.
Oh, he was your room. So you were floating him?
He wasn't picking up. Yeah, we kind of had to.
Damn.
It was kind of fucked up.
You were his parents.
Well, his dad had kind of bailed him out on some of the stuff, but yeah, for like food and gas and all that, he never had money.
Damn.
Ever. chain smoking, eating our snacks.
That needs to be the first thing that goes is ciggies.
Yeah.
If you're unemployed and you can't even pay the water bill, you got to quit smoking.
Some would argue the ciggies actually intensified during the unemployment.
Damn.
Yeah.
He went the wrong way.
He did.
Might happen. There is a story that I thought was rather interesting based on the demands of the lawsuit. Virginia had this story in the dirt. Lil Nas X seemed like a great promotion for his new single. He came out with these Satan shoes.
Yes, there was only 666 of them available. They had supposedly a real drop of blood in them, and they sold out in a matter of minutes.
Surprisingly, some religious groups had some issues with them.
They had pentagram pendants, inverted crosses, and souls, which were supposedly containing that human blood you're talking about, Virginia.
Oh, boy.
And this promo company that was really pushing his new singles, the one that came out with it, well, Nike has laid the boom on the Satan shoes because I think they use Nike shoes. And I see this a lot on TikTok. My wife is always doing this. They have artists on there that will take, for instance, a Nike shoe and they'll show you how to remove the Nike swoosh. And then they're artists and they'll paint then on the shoes, and then they'll sell them. And what a unique shoe this is.
It's like a custom-made Nike.
It's gorgeous.
And a lot of people are really into this shoe game, and they collect them, and that's one of the reasons why people are paying $1,000 for this. Well, it's still a Nike shoe. And imagine what happened. Like I told you, everybody wanted to comment. Like they went to the very Christian quarterback of Clemson, who's now going to be the #1 draft pick of the Jacksonville Jaguars in the NFL draft, and asked him what he thought of the Satan shoes. And, you know, he was like, yeah, not really feeling it. I mean, they set him up because they know it's a headline.
They're like, where can we find the man that loves Jesus the most?
Yeah, a high-profile guy that is a Christian. Let's go ask him about Satan shoes.
He's going to hate the Lucifer loafer.
We can't get to Bieber. Who's second on the list?
I mean, Tebow's got to be on there.
Tebow? Oh, my God. Tebow wouldn't even comment, though. He would not be even a part of this.
It'd just be like, I know what they're doing. I mean, you know, he's doing all this just for attention and publicity. But, you know, what happens is there are a lot of Christian conservatives that get all hell-bent out of shape when something like this happens, and they got to make a big issue out of it. And Nike has been getting pounded by these groups that are threatening boycotts and all these kind of problems for Nike. And Nike is like, all right, well, who is the bastard that's causing the problems? Lil Nas X? So they dropped a lawsuit on him for a ton of money, and in the lawsuit, they demand he account for 666 pairs of those shoes and destroy all of them, and they want proof.
Well, I don't think he can do that. You can't take a logo and then make it your own.
I think this could be interesting for this whole shoe game, this lawsuit, because I've never seen where they say you get every damn shoe back. None of them are to be on the market at all. And if they are, this is what you're going to pay. If there's one pair of these stupid satanic shoes out there, here's what the lawsuit is going to be for. And this marketing company, his record company, all this kind of stuff. And that will be the interesting thing because they've taken a brand and a shoe and made it their own. But with brand associations, here's the problem. Christian conservatives, some of them are not plugged into this shoe game. They don't get it. So they legitimately think that Nike themselves have come out with Satan shoes.
Satan kicks?
And they can't believe it. And so Nike is looking at they might have some financial repercussions when these influential people start revving it up and they're like, we ain't taking a hit on this. This is going to be Lil Nas X's bill.
What do you want for Christmas, Johnny? Can I get some of those Satan
shoes?
Satan shoes. Lucifer loafers.
Now, when you put them all in a pile to destroy them, will the Satan kicks burn?
That's a great question.
I just wonder if they've gone out yet, if they've shipped them, and if they have, how are you ever going to get these back, and what is this going to be like? And I don't know. This could wind up being a bunch of nothing, but at the same time, this could actually be a big-ass lawsuit for people that are taking Nikes or any kind of shoe and changing them up and then reselling them this way because they may say there is brand confusion. And when you take something that is a Nike and now associated with Satan and people object, then you might have a financial issue.
I tell you, this is a great time for Adidas, though. Adidas should come out with some
Jesus shoes.
Adidas. Jesus or Angel
Jesus Adidas.
Jesus Adidas.
Get
Jesus
Kanye to
Adidas.
do Jesus Walks. And that's your promo song.
Jesus Adidas meet devil shoes. I think Jesus Adidas would do good.
Jesus Adidas definitely beats out Satan shoes.
Yeah.
If I was Adidas, I would totally come out with a Jesus Adidas.
Jesus Adidas.
The official shoe of Fox News.
That's amazing that there's Lucifer shoes out there.
Yeah.
There's people defending it too. They're defending like you should be able to create what you want, and I agree. You should create whatever you want. Just don't be surprised of the pushback on Lucifer shoes.
I think what it is, it's going to be a whole branding and marketing argument, which that is what fascinates me. Because, we deal with that with parodies. That's also a question when you take a song and you tweak it out a little bit. There's always that little fine line, and where is a judge going to rule when this is done? Did Lil Nas X and his marketing people violate a trademark branding infringement when they came out with Satan shoes?
I mean, they could go. They could really go really big. Lucifer leggings. You could do all kind of marketing with this, and then Adidas could do a bunch of Jesus stuff.
Devilish dungarees.
Exactly. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Beelzebub boots. There's just a lot of ways to go with this. So we'll see what winds up happening with that.
A Christ coat.
Okay.
A Christ coat with the Jesus Adidas.
Yeah.
Jesus jacket.
I like Jesus Adidas.
Yeah, I hear you.
How about a Christ kite? You know how it already has like the cross on it, and you can have the image of Jesus? That would be great for Holy Week, wouldn't it?
It would.
I don't hate it. I kind of want to keep this going. You want to do a side podcast?
Call it a crite. Side podcast on Jesus line. All right. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your Holy Week. We'll be back with you tomorrow.
Bless you all.
That's right.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.